Good evening and welcome to GC News. You told me to go! Jesus Christ. All right.
No, the stream's going.
Live from GCW's Broadcasting Center in New York City, it's GC News.
Good evening and welcome to GC News at 6. I'm JohnnyZillion.
And I'm Hershey6.
Boris Johnson, Prime Minister of the UK and leader of the Brexit movement, has reported that he and his fiancée, Carrie Symonds, have welcomed a son to the world. The baby came only just a few days after Johnson came back to work after his recovery from coronavirus. He is also expected to be taking a, quote, short period of paternity leave, the first paternity leave since David Cameron almost a decade ago. This baby is Symonds' first child, however. Johnson himself is fathered 5. No details have been released about the name of the baby, nor the baby itself. However, many British officials have offered their congratulations and best wishes and hope for the best for the new child.
Vice President Pence, the leader of Trump's coronavirus task force, recently toured the Mayo Clinic on Tuesday, but there is something in this picture that is spreading controversy. Now, can you guess what it is? It's that Pence is not wearing a mask, while everyone else is around him was wearing one. The Mayo Clinic stated in a tweet later that Mayo Clinic has informed that VP of the masking policy prior to his arrival today. That tweet was later deleted for unspecified reasons. A new tweet that emerged from Mayo Clinic saying, "We are grateful that at VP and at Gov. Tim Walz visited Mayo Clinic today to hear about our work fighting against the hashtag COVID-19 pandemic. We look forward to continued collaboration to develop essential testing and treatment for our patients and communities." Pence later suggested to reporters that he didn't need to wear a mask in the first place because he is regularly tested for the virus and either way does not have it. Trump also said that he himself does not wear masks, just stating, "I just don't want to wear one myself. It's a recommendation."
Now let's get a look at your national weather.
An experimental drug has proved effective against the new coronavirus in a major study, shortening the time it takes for patients to recover by 4 days on average. U.S. government and company officials announced Wednesday Gilead Sciences' remdesivir is the first treatment to pass such a strict test against the virus, which has killed more than 218,000 people since it emerged late last year in China. Having a treatment could have a profound effect on the global pandemic, especially because health officials say any vaccine is likely a year or more away. The study, ran by the National Institutes of Health, tested remdesivir versus usual care in 1,063 hospitalized coronavirus patients around the world. At the White House, NIH's Dr. Anthony Fauci said the drug reduced the time it takes patients to recover by 31%, 11 days on average versus 15 days for those just given usual care. He also said there was a trend toward fewer deaths among those on remdesivir and that full results would be soon published in a medical journal. What it has proven is that a drug can block this virus, Fauci said. This will be the standard of care. A statement from the Food and Drug Administration says that the agency has been talking with California-based Gilead regarding making remdesivir available to patients as quickly as possible as appropriate. Remdesivir is among many treatments being tested against the coronavirus, but was the farthest along in study.
To combat with other video chats like Zoom, Google has just announced that their video conferencing service Google Meet will now be available to everyone instead of exclusively offering it to companies and education customers via G Suite. Google says that anyone with a Google account can start video conferences on Google Meet that can fit up to 100 people for an unlimited amount of time. However, a 60-minute time cap may be released in late September. New safety features will also be added with Google Meet, which includes host-approved joining, which is an attempt to eliminate any signs of unwanted guests. The service is also expected to replace Hangouts video chat, in which Hangouts will be transitioned over to Google Meet. Another change will be that Google is adding a new tier to G Suite called G Suite Essentials, which will include Meet and Google Drive, but not Gmail. All G Suite customers will have free access to G Suite until September 30th. For Gmail, however, it will be integrated into Google Meet for all G Suite customers.
A federal appeals court panel ruled Wednesday that Kansas can't require voters to show proof of citizenship when they register, dealing a blow to efforts by Republicans in several states who have pursued restrictive voting laws as a way of combating voter fraud. The 10th Circuit Court of Appeals panel in Salt Lake City upheld a federal judge's injunction nearly 2 years ago that prohibited Kansas from enforcing the requirement, which took effect in 2013. The appeals court, in a ruling that consolidated two appeals, found the statute former Governor Sam Brownback signed into law violates the U.S. Constitution's Equal Protection Clause and the National Voter Registration Act, commonly known as the Motor Voter Law. Many experts say voter fraud is extremely rare, and critics contend the Republican-led efforts are actually meant to suppress turnout from groups who tend to back Democrats, including racial minorities and college students. The law was championed by former Kansas Secretary of State Chris Kobach, who led President Donald Trump's now-defunct Voter Fraud Commission. Kobach was the leading source for Trump's unsubstantiated claim that millions of immigrants living in the U.S. illegally may have voted in 2016.
Nowadays, anyone with Face ID on their iPhones have had struggles unlocking their phone due to having a face mask on them simultaneously. However, Apple has released a beta version of iOS 13 that will attempt to erase these problems by adding a one-swipe passcode entry screen. Before the update, many people who preferred a passcode had problems signing into the phone, as the iOS will only let you enter your passcode after 10 to 15 seconds. Plus, removing your face mask just to enter your iPhone can be considered dangerous and can put users at risk. This is not the only change Apple will make, for Apple is also insisting on making minor changes to FaceTime. The company says that they will improve the interface, where active speakers grow larger to fit everyone into the same screen.
The world's largest obstacle course is coming back to television after TBS ordered a reboot of Wipeout. Endemol Shine North America is producing a 20-episode run for the Warner Media-backed cable network. The series ran for 7 seasons and 130 episodes on ABC between 2008 and 2014. Created by Matt Kunitz and Scott Larson, the series, which was originally filmed at Sable Ranch in Santa Clarita, went on to become a massive international hit with local versions in more than 30 territories, including the UK and Germany. The obstacle course competition will return with new format twists. Each game has been designed into 3 rounds and now features a 3-stage obstacle course consisting of multiple strategy and decision points designed to further challenge and wear out the stamina of the competitors. The big red balls, an iconic staple of the show, are also back. Producers will be kicking off casting virtually, with production plans to be worked out as the industry sets new standards for production following the COVID-19 shutdown.
Coming up, we have Wise and Signed in the studio to talk about TOF Millionaire.
And find out about why a reporter decided to go pantsless on television.
Welcome back to GC News. We have two special guests who are with us now. From TOF's Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, Wise One Out is a set builder and producer, and Cyan is. Here's a look at their new Season 8 intro.
Radio with TOF Millionaire, hosted it back in season 1, so I bet the experience will be just like that, really. So nothing new. I'm used to that experience, but it will be a fun experience for the contestants and the audience because it's more interactive than it was. Yeah, I'm new set ready. How do I put it?
Okay, so. All right, let's also talk about the set. I know you did tease the set a little bit back a few weeks ago, about a week ago. How's the progress on the set right now? Is it doing good?
Can you hear us?
Hi. Yes, however, no, the set is being made very smoothly, and Wise is trying to get it done for early next.
All right. Now, I want to interject for a moment because I was a contestant on the season 7 finale, and I almost took home the million. But then, see, I'm not really a member of TOF. Well, I am a member of TOF, but I really haven't been on that long. So that last question you gave me was like, ugh. But yeah, the new set is amazing. You're really going all out for this. And now, what can we expect for this upcoming season? Are there any changes to the format?
Well, the format is much more akin to the new release of History that was put on for the 20th anniversary. So this includes Ask the Host safety nets, I believe. Are we bringing safety nets wise? Okay, yes, there are safety nets. So that means that your second boundary can be set in a media question. So let's say it's safety boundary 8,642 or 4,000. Apart from that, it's classic Millionaire.
All right. Also, one more thing. I know you said this a while ago, but you did host season 1 of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire for TOF.
That's correct.
What do you feel like hosting Millionaire now at season 8?
Sorry, could you repeat the question?
I know that you hosted season 1 Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. How do you feel hosting season 8 just after years of not doing it? How do you feel of hosting season 8?
Help me.
Well, all right. Kai, you want to ask something else? Because I'm like dried out.
Sure. I got one more question. So, based on what we've seen with the current revival of Millionaire, and based on the players that the TOF Millionaire has had for a while now, do you think that you're going to drop the confetti a couple of times?
I can't possibly comment. We'll just have to wait and see. But I hope to see one again because the last time, Wise, you are so pessimistic. Like, wow. Just flat out no. Wow. As I was saying, possibly there might be a couple. Like, remember in season 1, we only had like 1 millionaire, and that was Kadu. We might see 1, 2, 3. We might see 4.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Johnny, when can we check out Tough Millionaire?
I mean, I don't know when that happens. I think you would talk about that. 'Cause I have no idea what it is.
Do we have an idea? Do we have an idea on when we can see the show?
Any idea-wise? May. Early May, apparently.
All right. Well, that with Cyan and Wise One out. Thank you for joining us.
No problem for having us on the show.
Yeah, we hope to see you guys soon.
All right. See you later. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, that went atrocious.
An ABC News reporter appeared on Tuesday's Good Morning America without wearing pants, providing an unintentional moment of levity for viewers. Trying to be efficient, I got ready for a post-GMA workout a little too soon this morning, reporter Will Reeve explained in a statement posted to Twitter. The camera angle, along with friends, family, and several hundred strangers on social media, made me rethink my morning routine. It wasn't immediate. Reeve, who was clad in a blazer and button-down shirt, while broadcasting from his home, wasn't wearing pants. Yet toward the end of his segment about pharmacies using drones to deliver prescriptions to patients, Reeve shifted his bare leg into camera view. Viewers flooded social media with messages to Reeve, the son of late actor Christopher Reeve, with many commenting about how relatable his faux pas was. I have arrived, Reeve tweeted, in the most hilariously mortifying way possible.
The coronavirus changed the way we do everything, including the NFL Draft. This year's NFL Draft had its memorable moments, including a guest appearance from the Patriots manager's dog named. When ESPN turned over to what most people thought would be Bill Belichick sitting in his house, they managed to find a dog sitting at his desk with the graphic reading, quote, Bill Belichick, head coach. Kinda holiday, Belichick's girlfriend, explained the crazy scenario on the Adam Schefter podcast, saying, quote, "So I'm doing lighting, and next thing I know, Bill had a couple of treats that were left over near his laptop, and he stepped away from the table. And all of a sudden, he looks and goes, 'Look at the table.' There's Nike just sitting there waiting patiently, and he knew his treats were there. So that's what prompted him getting up to the table, and he was just waiting patiently for the word to take his treats. Fortunately, Belichick did show up and gave the dog a treat afterwards." Coming up, a Colorado man wins the lottery twice in one day.
And find out why scientists are baffled on their latest discovery. We'll be right back. A Colorado man has become the luckiest man on the face of the earth after he won two $1 million lottery prizes with the same numbers in one day. Identified by the Colorado Lottery as Joe B., the Pueblo resident bought a few tickets in the morning of March 25th and a few more at night, the agency said in a press release. Two of his plays with numbers Joe B. often uses ended up winners, and he claimed his two Powerball jackpot prizes on Friday. He was able to pick up his prize money at a drive-through claims office that Colorado's lottery now uses for winning tickets worth more than $10,000 amid the COVID-19 pandemic. Winners must make an appointment to claim their prize or do so through the mail. When Joby was asked about what he would do with the money, he said the boss has plans for it, according to Colorado law.
The science journal Nature reported earlier today that they have discovered the oldest complete mammal fossil in the southern hemisphere. However, it's shaped in mismatched structure as scientists confused as to how it got like this. This animal comes from an extinct group of mammals called the Gondwanatharanians, which lived among the dinosaurs on the ancient supercontinent Gondwana. I messed up that one, but I messed up. Which was half of Pangaea before it split apart and became the continents we know today. This fossil hails from Madagascar and dates back 66 million years, making it the oldest fossil of its species. It took months for a research team to get it out of its stone, but after the hassle, the fossil, besides for some fractures on its hip and the back of its skull. The name for this new mammal was Ahui, which was named after Yaming Hu, a vertebrate paleontologist who died in 2008. According to research, it says its legs were sprawled out such to as a crocodile, but its front legs were aligned under the body like a cat or a dog. They also say its teeth were similarly confounding, with one researcher going as far as to compare them to, quote, something from outer space. Their teeth were unique to all other mammals, but scientists believe the mammal was a herbivore due to its multiple incisors. More details are being pieced together about this new mammal, but we are still unsure as to what this creature really is.
That's going to end our show tonight. From all of us here at GC News, I'm Hurst26.
And I'm JohnnyZillion. Good night, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow.